Welcome to RC Video Reviews. Oh, nice. Dave's doing the Maiden on his 85-inch Raven. "85-inch Raven."
Nice. Love it. Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about the other subject.
Not the other thing.
Yeah, we need that one for the jet so we can catch them going. I wanted to do this when I was at the other side, but on this side it doesn't work.
It's a fist bump.
It works on this side, but not on this side.
Very nice. Yeah. Look at that big Raven, man. That thing is big.
Love it. I love it. Very nice. Flies great.
I said I got the external mic on the camera, and you said you need that for the...
Okay. I thought we were talking about the other subject.
Not the other thing.
Yeah, we need that one for the jet so we can catch them going.
All right. Dave's got his 85-inch Raven from ExtremeFlight. Check it out, man. He did that. He built that plane. It only took him a week, which is pretty good, and it was already built, so that was a rebuild. So Dave went in there, and what'd you do, Dave? You stripped it out?
Yeah, the plane is actually, for what I understand, I bought it, I swapped it with a fellow RC enthusiast.
Yeah.
And he said it was a prototype, one of the first ones.
Oh.
And I agree, because when I went to when I bought the wingtips, they don't fit. So I'm going to have to modify that. I got them there, but the holes are just, everything else fits, but the holes are not right. Anyways. Okay. So yeah, I had to clean it all up because it's been stored for a long time, obviously. Yeah. It had stuff all over. I cleaned it all up and then made it my own. Put my receiver on it, my dual battery system, my redundancy batteries.
Hey, that's a redundancy system we just did a video on, and you're using 2 batteries on yours, right?
Now, this is 2 batteries because I do not have a BEC coming out of the ESC.
Right, okay.
So I will install a triple redundancy because I am going to put later on, not now, later on, I'm going to put a BEC on it with the diodes. Now, my batteries right now do not have diodes. They're straight, but eventually it'll get the diodes. Each battery will get, because I don't want them feeding each other.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. That's how I've always done it. Okay, so yeah, I did that. I had to fix the pull system because it was loose. It was just not straight. Took care of that. I Loctited everything. Checked the motor. It was loose, by the way. The screws that go in the back on the firewall need a tightening. So everybody needs to be checking those suckers because that wood mashes and they just get loose. So it was quite a bit of work. I mean, I can't really explain why it'd take me a week, but it did.
It's just the way it is.
It's just the way it is. Oh yeah, I had to make these plates for my switches. These are plates right here that I made, which are in the video, and I had to make these other ones for the servos.
Yeah.
Servo connectors.
So what kind of power are you running in this?
160, the X-Power 160 from ExtremeFlight.
X-Power 160.
Yes.
What about the batteries?
The batteries are those right there.
Which one?
The China Hobby Line batteries.
China Hobby Line. Okay.
But these are the black ones right now.
Those are 6L 5000s.
6L 5000s. Yes.
Okay.
And they are, I think they're 70C or something like that. I can't tell right now.
All right.
We'll look at it. And the ESC, by the way, is a Castle 160. I love the Castle stuff.
All right. Let's fly.
All right. They stand up tall, huh?
They do, man. That elevator is almost straight up and down.
Look at that. Always do the check. Left, right, up, down. Left, right. Always. Always.
You got a couple of flights in. What have you done to the plane?
Okay, I have my, first of all, I got my cutoff voltage, my reduced RPMs. I got it set too high for safety. So I'm only getting about 3.5 minutes flight time.
Okay.
That being said, we're just trimming it a little bit, moving the battery back and forth, seeing how it stalls and all those good things that we do on the first couple of flights.
All right. So this is about, I think this is his 4th flight. He got 2 other flights in that we did not film, and this is his 4th. And he's been bouncing back and forth between 2 different batteries. He's got an older set of China Hobby Line 5000s, and he's got a new set of Superior Airs in there.
Going up!
So he's been trying different batteries out, but the good news is both batteries are performing the same, so it is a voltage sag question on his ESC. He's just got it set too low or too high, 3.6. But you know, new plane, higher power draw than prior models. This is the biggest
Burner.
plane. Dave, this is the biggest plane you've flown, right?
Yes, this is the biggest one. You know what I want to do is I want to do the elevator. I want to see how it behaves with the elevator. Let's see. Just enter it from here.
He's got a crazy amount of elevator throw. It's almost 90 degrees.
Okay. Oh, there's my sag. That's okay. We got the voltage set too high. Okay, I can't do some of the high power maneuvers because my voltage sag is shutting it down, okay?
Yep.
So we'll just do the nice stuff. Look at the knife edge on that thing.
Yeah. Clean. Now you've got your balance workout. Were you seeing any pull to the wheels?
I still got just a little bit, but it's very manageable.
Okay.
I'm going to keep it just a little high because of the power, because of the cutoff. Woo! That went a little further than I wanted. There you go.
Nice. Very quiet too.
Very quiet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's just try the slow roll real quick and see what happens. Oh, it got out. Okay, got to practice that a little more. Let's do a couple of landings.
It seems like you have better luck on the slow rolls with the lighter batteries.
Yeah. I got to get used to how this plane behaves. It'll do them beautiful. Landing. Want another one? Those three were good.
Yeah. Very nice.
All right. We're going to have to call that one it because I'm out of juice. So real quick, I didn't really thought I liked the Raven because I never thought I would have one. But now that I do, I love it. And this airplane's got a little bit of a pattern vibe to it and 3D. So I think I'm going to love this thing. Once I get, I tune it just right, it'll be fantastic for me.
Good. Let's head over to the table and wrap it up.
All right. I'm powering the plane down, and I like to check my redundant system. You hear it? It's on, so I turn one off. It's still on. I turn it back on, and I turn the other one off. And I do that before and after every flight. That tells me it was working properly all along. And
Good.
now it goes off. Now it's all off.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
I love the plane. I definitely love it. Like I said a while ago, at first I didn't, when I was looking at it, I didn't think I would like it. But yeah, I do. It's got some pattern to it, and it got some 3D to it. It's big. It's going to be a fantastic airplane.
When you say pattern, I know why, but explain why you're saying it's got a pattern vibe. What are you referring to?
There is 3 things that would make it behave a little bit like a pattern plane. One is the degree of sweep on the wings. If you look at this versus an extra or an edge, the edge is straight, but all the other ones, they don't have this much sweep on the wing. It's got a less, the leading edge has less of a sweep. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing, the tall fuselage. When you put the canopy on, it's got a nice tall fuselage. And the other thing, the tail, it's got a very long fuselage.
Yep.
The wings are, without the wingtips, they're 85 inches. The fuselage is 91. So
it's not square.
Oh, no.
A lot of the 3D planes are a lot closer to square.
Pretty much, yes. And even the wings are a little bigger than the fuselages sometimes.
Yeah.
This one is backwards. Now, there's something to point out. The fuselage is, but the relationship between the stabilizer and the wing is different, because you see how it may be a little closer than it looks. How am I explaining? The fuselage is very long, but the stab is pushed forward. You see how the rudder's almost completely out in the back?
Yeah.
But it is very stable on the pitch axis, like a pattern plane.
Yeah, like on a lot of 3D planes, that the back corner of the rudder will a lot of times make contact with the inner angle of the elevator.
Yeah, this stabilizer would have been all the way back here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I never measured it, but based on what I saw flying, it's super stable on the pitch axis. So I need to get used to the airplane. You know, this is the first 2-3 flights, so we need to get used to it.
So you've got up front, you've got the 2413 prop, carbon fiber XOR prop.
Yes.
You've got 12 S5000s.
2 of them, yes.
Castle Creations 160.
Yep.
The X-Power 6C motor from ExtremeFlight.
Exactly.
And you got the killer MKS 599 servos.
On the wings and the rudder, and then I don't remember.
They're a little smaller in the back.
They're smaller, yeah, but they're still MKS, and they're very powerful servos
very
too.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, there's nothing to say about it. I got the, this is a prototype, by the way. It did not have the wingtips because they didn't quite go. I'll fix it. I'll make it work. Yeah. And that'll extend the wings to 88 inches and make it probably fly a little more like a pattern plane. I don't know. We'll see. That's what the hobby's about.
And this is your biggest plane, right?
This is my biggest plane.
Very nice.
You actually ruined. We were going to have a video when you brought your airplane, your 85, and I was going to get out here and says, John, hate to tell you this, but mine's bigger than yours. I made a mistake when we were drinking beer.
You told me.
I made a mistake. I told you, hey, John, mine's bigger than yours. And you were talking like, oh, mine's bigger. I said, wait, what are you talking about? So, yeah, mine's 91 and yours 85. Oh, and then the next day, you had bought a 102-inch one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. Fantastic. We'll fly it some more, get more used to it. And I have a short flight time because I'm not using telemetry, which is great. I got a lot of these receivers that don't have telemetry.
Right.
So with the Castle ESCs, the way I program them to reduce RPM, it doesn't shut it down. It just tells me it reduces RPM, and then it keeps flying just fine.
Yeah.
So no problem with that. And I had
the old school, before we had telemetry, that's what you did.
Yes, and I still have all this stuff, and it works for me, but telemetry is better.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying this is better. I just got a lot of this, and it works. I'm used to it.
All right, Dave. Thanks for sharing your Raven flight with us. Good job. I'm happy you got a nice big airplane up in the sky, and I know you'll have a lot of fun with that. Hey, if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, smash that thumbs up button, and hit the notification bell so you know new videos hit the channel. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.
Hasta la vista.
And go fly something.
Oh, yeah. Big.
Big.
Some big.
Something big. All right. Good job. I'm happy you got a nice big airplane up in the sky, and I know you'll have a lot of fun with that.
Hey, you're happy I got a nice big one?
I'm happy you got a nice big airplane up in the sky.
Hey, you're happy I got a nice big one?
A nice big airplane.
Okay.
No, we're not. That's getting cut. That'll be in the blooper roll.
It's a big airplane.
That's what I said. Nice big airplane. Nice big airplane in the sky.